Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Let's talk today about overgiving. So I've talked a little bit about this before, but not from this perspective. It's become very apparent to me that giving, more giving without receiving is actually coming from a victim mentality where we are not willing to show up and ask for what we deserve in return. Now, there is a difference between giving free services or giving your time or donating money or time to a charitable organization from a place of abundance, where in the vast majority of your life there is an equal give and take. You are valued and respected and compensated appropriately, but in a small portion of your life you choose to give without receiving, and that is extremely admirable and even recommended. That's not what we're talking about here today. What I'm talking about is when in the vast majority of your life you give and don't receive. You overgive in your relationships, you overgive in your parenting, you overgive in your work environment, and you're not willing to show up to ask for what you deserve. You know that you are giving too much. You're tired, you're fatigued, you're drained, you're sucked dry, and you have nothing left to give because you have given too much and not been compensated appropriately, whether that's time or appreciation, or it doesn't have to be money. It's not about monetary reward. It is an energetic give and take that when you are in a reciprocating relationship, you can feel so energized by an exchange with someone. I think of the Taurus field because really that is what's happening as the energy is coming in and going out and coming in and going out, and you're feeding each other. There's a mutual give and take. And this is not about being selfish and saying what's in it for me. It's about showing up for yourself. It's about being there for yourself. It's about taking care of yourself. That self-sacrifice to the extent of hurting yourself is not admirable. In fact, it's often, I don't want to say weak. It can be a little bit lazy, and it comes from a place of a victim mentality that in some cases we're overgiving to prove our self-worth, but we are self-abandoning, we lack self-care, and when we manifest from that place, we're manifesting from a place of lack, so we're going to get more lack. We're manifesting from a place of not enough. I'm not enough to ask for more. I'm not enough to expect you to reciprocate, and we are going to just create more of the same. I'm checking my notes as I look down here. So we want to really be careful that we are not, ask yourself your why. What is your intention? What is your why? Why do you do what you do? If it's pervasive in every aspect of your life, if you're feeling exhausted and depleted and left like questioning when are they going to give back to me, there may be even some resentment or a bit of bitterness because you have overgiven so much and not had appropriate expectations or boundaries around an equal give and take. You have self-sacrificed, and in that overgiving and that self-sacrifice, you are teaching people how to treat you. That the way you treat yourself is the measure of how you will be treated. So look at your intention. What is your why? Why do you overgive? Why do you continue to give? Is it from a place of needing to prove your value and worth? And ultimately, overgiving is unhealthy for not only you, but for the other person. You become an enabler. You allow them to treat you in a way that's inappropriate, which teaches them the habit of taking and not giving. You know, I go to great extents in parenting to make sure that everybody's treated fairly. That the girls, especially because they're so close in age, each one is equally valued and respected and heard and rewarded. But even with my older son, you know, he's significantly older, 7 years older than the oldest daughter. And yet there has to be great care there as well to make sure that he feels safe, seen, heard, cared for, and loved. And what it reminds me of, this conversation reminds me of that, because if I were to favor one child over the other, I not only hurt the favored child, I not only hurt the unfavored child by making them somehow feel less than and elevating the other over them, but I also hurt the favored child, that they become entitled and bratty, and they have expectations that everybody's going to put them on a pedestal. And so the same goes for the dynamic between the person who's over giving and the person who's over receiving, that ultimately at the end of the day everyone involved is left in a position where they receive less than they could have, I guess. So I don't want to belabor the point. Just really be careful, because giving from a generous heart, giving from an abundant place is definitely something that I recommend. I'm not suggesting that we not give. That I will often offer free sessions twice a day. I offer free sessions, and I do that from a place of abundance. That there is enough time in my day, and there is enough resources in my energetic vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say, that I can offer those free sessions, and I feel fulfilled by them. I feel energized by them, and that's a conscious choice coming from a place of abundance. Now, if I were to offer 2 free sessions a day because I'm worried I don't have enough contacts, or I need more experience, or things of that nature, then it would be just manifesting more lack. And so really look at where do you overgive? Where do you feel depleted? Where do you feel exhausted? Where do you feel sort of like your soul is sucked dry? And how can you put up boundaries around that? And expect that there's going to be a little bit of a rub from the people who are used to taking and not reciprocating. So look for those balanced relationships. Look for those balanced energetic exchanges in all areas of your life. And remove yourself from the victim triangle. I did a video on the victim triangle, so if you want to search that, you can find that. But you do not have to be the victim or the perpetrator or the rescuer. We want to exit the victim triangle altogether and become sovereign and say, I fully own all of the responsibility and the power and the authority in my life to make a change, to make a difference, and to start to show up for myself. All right, with that, I will close. I love you guys very, very much. Please do like, subscribe, and share. A little emoji comment is extremely helpful for the YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate your support. Make sure you click this button to subscribe. Otherwise, this video is picked just for you. All right, take care, my friends. I love you. Namaste.